I made videos on Gotham's heroes and villains, and seeing that I made two videos on the villains of Batwoman, I thought it would only be natural if I made a video on the heroes of Batwoman too. Let's start off with Batwoman 2, or Ryan Wilder, who we're going to start off with because I think she had a larger presence on the show than the first Batwoman, that being Kate Kane, even if Kate Kane is the main Batwoman from the comics. And I have to say, I really liked Ryan. I thought she was a better Batwoman here than Kate. Like I said, here, not in the comics, I mean here. I really enjoyed her storyline when it comes to her moms, with her adopted one dying and her biological one not wanting anything to do with her. It's really interesting to see her grow from being a street girl on parole to being Gotham's newest bat. Of course, at times I would say that she has flaws and can come across a little overdramatic, but overall I really enjoyed Ryan and I wish she had a bigger presence in the comics. Now into the first Batwoman, or Kate Kane. While I thought her story ended fine, Ruby Rose is just not a good fit. She made the character come across very emotionless and kind of dried out of the character's storylines. Even when the character had good storylines, I felt like the actress Ruby Rose really just dried them out. And while I will say that I think her suit looks a lot better than Ryan's, which I will admit, her suit does look better than Ryan's, I still felt like her character overall didn't get much development until Wallis Day picked up the role, and I think Wallis Day was able to tie things together, the character, and improve her character to be far more open with herself, as Ruby Rose, I thought, was a bit of a jerk to her supporting cast. Not Ruby Rose herself was a jerk to the supporting cast members. I mean, like, her character, Kate Kane, was a bit of a jerk to supporting characters. Like, she was very mean to Luke, she was very mean to her dad, she was very mean to Sophie, and overall, I thought her character in season 1 and season 2 were very different people. Batwing, or Luke Fox, was actually my favorite character on Batwoman. Like I said in my villains video, Alice was Batwoman's penguin, as in Gotham Penguin, not comic book version of Penguin. And I think Batwing is Batwoman's version of Lucius Fox, with the fun commentary and great one-liners along with amazing character development. I think Luke Fox is honestly a great character on the show, and I like him here a lot more than I liked in the comics or in the Batman Bad Blood movie. I've never cared for him in the comics. I've always felt like he was the basic rich kid who had like boxing lessons, etc. Here, I think I really got Luke Fox, and he came across a lot more human and but still really intelligent. So I really liked his character on this show. Next is Mary Hamilton. I think there were moments in the first two seasons where I thought she was slightly annoying, but it was intentional because she was like an influencer. I thought in season 3 she transformed into a great character with a character development, which I'm sure that if there was of season 4, which unfortunately there never will be, would have probably led her into becoming Flamebird or Hawkfire like she does in the comics. And I'm really disappointed we never got to see that, but I'm so glad we at least got to see the groundwork of that happening eventually. Even though it will never happen, we at least can think or have headcanon that eventually one day in that universe, in the Arrowverse, she does become Flamebird or Hawkfire. Sophie Moore, I found her to be in season 1, I think, a little weird when it comes to her emotions, as I think she is more angry towards things she shouldn't be angry about, or at least not as angry about as she is, but not angry at all, or not angry enough when it comes to things she should be angry about. Like when her mom declined her from when she came out, I think Sophie has the right to be really angry at her mom, but she wasn't. I also think Sophie has the right to be angry at Kate for the way she treated her, but she wasn't. But instead, she was angry at Jacob for wanting to find Batwoman, which I don't understand why she was angry at him. I don't think that was necessarily a bad thing. He is technically a law enforcer, and Batwoman was a vigilante. I don't understand why she was so angry about that, but not about how Kate treated her or how her mom treated her. But in season 2, I thought she started to get off a little softer, and by the time in season 3, she came around to be another great character with how she was stressing to find the Black Glove Society. So I think that her character definitely came around by the end of the series. Jake Kane is a hard one, as I think Duke Scott is a great actor, but the writing for the character was absent. He was just missing from almost every plot point. His character never really had a storyline, and it was just the way it was until his character was written out of the show altogether at the end of season 2. And he didn't even stay for the finale. He left 2 episodes before the finale. It really feels like they didn't know what to do with Jake Kane, to the point where they didn't even know how to include him in the season 2 finale, so they just wrote him out earlier. And in a weird way, I feel like it's not even they just didn't know what to do with him anymore. Just don't think they ever knew what to do with him at all. The only time I think his character was important to the show was the first half of season one, and that's it. The second half of season one, I thought he was really just a background character, and then season two, he became even more of a background character. No hate to Gregory Scott, of course, 'cause I think he's a great actor. He just did literally nothing on the show. Renee Montoya was a great addition to the show, with Victoria reprising her role from Gotham. My only problem was that she was absent for the half of the season, with her appearing only in 7 of 13 episodes of season 3. But she chewed up scenery very well, and I think her relationship with Poison Ivy was something that I was very invested in. And I wish we got to see more of it, but unfortunately we didn't. And I also would have liked to see more of Poison Ivy's side of the relationship, as we really only saw Renee's. Either way, I was really happy to see either of these characters in live action, and I really liked their relationship and their bond. Jada Jet is in a similar boat with Kate Kane. Robin Givens is an amazing actress, but because of the show's cancellation, I felt like she didn't get to do enough. But what she did do, I did enjoy, and I can't complain too much because, like I said, the show was canceled. It wasn't the show's decision to underwrite a character. It was canceled. Julie Pennyworth is a character I have a lot of problems with. The biggest one is that they whitewashed her, and she also just appeared and disappeared with seemingly not any reason. She also seemingly did not care when she learned that Luke got shot, or that Kate was alive, or when the city was going to hell. She must have been all well aware of everything, but she didn't seem to care because she never came back. I know it's probably because the actress didn't want to come back, but I thought it was really weird how she doesn't seem to care about her friends. And even though I think her character was supposed to do more, as she was originally meant to be a series regular in season 2, she didn't. At the end of the day, I think her character was not only underwritten, but made her come across not in the best light, because why didn't she return for when her friends found out that Kate was alive, or when Luke got shot, or when the city literally got run by Black Mask? It's really odd, and I think they should have killed Julia off instead of having her just be sent off, because sending her off just doesn't work in the same way as sending Jacob off, because when Jacob got sent off, he was in prison. Julia has no excuse for not coming back to help out and see if her friends were okay when, they're getting shot and coming back from the dead. And last, but, well, I would say not least, but that she kind of is, and that is Kate Kane. No offense to Kate Kane, or the actress, or the writing on her character. I thought she was pretty intriguing for the first half of season 1, but then she didn't, live long enough to see the second half of season 1, and she got killed off by Alice, which is an important part of both Mary's and Alice's characters, even Kate a little bit. But I still feel like it was a little bit of a waste, because I think the actress was really good, and I would have liked to see her stick around a couple more episodes. Like maybe have her die maybe in the second half of the season rather than halfway through the season. But since she died so early, there's not so much to talk about. Therefore, this is the end of the video. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.